the thinking is that, okay, I don't want to be the captain. But everybody who would be after him, they would be saying, you know what, we are.
For example,
looking at you as a
Hyderabad is going for
captaincy.
him, and they have a captain. I'm just saying. I mean, maybe the
And
thing.
they also have a keeper. Why they are going for Rishabh Pant? They have Heinrich Klaassen there, right?
No, I mean, my thinking with Rishabh Pant, at least for the next season, would be, I'm okay with just probably taking a back seat
Batting, yeah.
and focusing on the
Only
batting. But I mean.
But
yeah.
I don't know. From a franchisee's point of view, I don't think they'll think of it that way. If you are spending or investing this kind of amount of money on them, you want more.
captaincy.
You want
Of course.
captains. You want something more. Not just the captaincy. And as I said, if that is a thought process, he might as well have been better off in DC, because DC more or less were certain that Akshar Patel is going to lead the side. Pant would have been free, in that batting role.
No, understandably so, but I guess one of the main reasons why even the same thing that happened with Shreyas when he left KKR is obviously about the money. You have
of course,
have to look at what money you can
Optics
garner
of
when
it,
there's a bigger auction. I mean, the purse is loosened a lot more than it was the last time.
Last year,
right?
yeah. It's the
So I
biggest
guess,
purse, yes.
and it has reached 20 crores
In
with
a jiffy.
Hyderabad going in big. Hyderabad's purse is 45. They also don't have that much to spend.
They are not going. If they spend this much amount of money on Rishabh Pant, they will definitely be left with very little to build a squad around.
Yeah. Lucknow also in it hot, though Lucknow has a bigger purse to spend. They have 69 crores.
69 crores. Lucknow has 69 crores.
Yeah, and that's the retention
I think
list for you,
RCB
you
are
can see
out.
it.
RCB out despite their 83 crore purse. I think RCB are out of the race.
And that's the retention list there for both these sides. You've obviously
Virat Kohli, Rajat Patidar, Yash Dayal.
Bengaluru has those three players there. Haven't bought anyone to add.
They have
just
not
yet.
bought anybody. Yeah, I mean,
Waiting for Chahal, clearly.
maybe they are waiting
Waiting
for
to break
Chahal
the bank for Chahal.
or the local boys, KL Rahul, Devdutt
Why am I forgetting KL
Padikkal,
Rahul?
there is
KL
Prasidh Krishna. There's a lot of local
Next
flavor
lot would be
there.
KL
Next
and,
lot,
Chahal, but,
so I think RCB might be going there, but it was a punt that they wanted to take on Pant. If they were able to get him at 15 or 16, but that was never going to be the case.
Forgive Vineet for these punts, please. he's very upset with Lucknow and Hyderabad for going for another keeper bat and stacking up that middle order. Forgive him for that pun. But
retention list for SRH again, Pat Cummins, Abhishek Sharma, Nitish Reddy, Heinrich Klaassen. Travis said, you don't want to go for.
Guess who's coming in, guys? Delhi.
Delhi.
They've RTM'd Pant.
There's an RTM on Pant.
RTM on Pant, but we're waiting for the hike to see how much Lucknow is willing to hike the price.
Lucknow will have to hike at least 2 crores here.
At least 2 or more, because they have that budget. They have that budget to spend. And
69, 2 crore.
2 crores. That's
2 crores. So that
2
is.
Did he say 2.75 or?
That'll take them up
They'll
to
take
20.
it. Oh, 27. A 5 crore. A 7.
5 crore.
5 crore hike.
No, it was a 7 crore hike.
7 crore hike.
7 crore hike.
Delhi's
27, and that makes him.
And Lucknow has Pant. Lucknow gets Pant for 27
and Pant also becomes
crores.
the most expensive buy of the IPL so far. 27 crore. Lucknow Super Giants. Wow. From 69, you take out 27.
Yeah,
I mean, you look at the retention
bad,
list with
actually.
Mayank Yadav, Ravi Bishnoi, Mohsin Khan, Ayush Badoni. You have a Nicholas Puran, you have an Ayush Badoni, you have a Rishabh Pant. All your middle order batters, and I'm not even sure after this buy, Badoni makes it to the 11 also.
No, so my question is, so are they looking at Pant as the captain? Is that why they haven't announced their captain just yet?
Could very well be a possibility.
Is
Everybody
that,
loves an Indian captain.
Yeah,
so
everybody loves an
maybe.
Indian captain, and Lucknow had an Indian captain with KL
Yes.
Rahul in their last
The
season.
keeper
So Toss
batter.
getting in, because you're vigorously shaking your head, so getting you in there. Thoughts on how this one went? We got one thing right. He's going to be the most bought.
Yeah,
But Lucknow.
most expensive. Lucknow, 27 crore.
Thoughts.
27 crores, huge. Huge. You know what? Why I'm shaking the head? Because I come from north central part of India, which is UP, right? So yeah, Lucknow, Allahabad, It's very close. So I'm happy that Rishabh Pant has gone. But there is a factor. Rishabh Pant enjoys playing on wickets which is fast, where the ball comes onto the bat. I'll go a bit technical here. The wickets are going to be a bit slower, on the slower side. So home games, I think there's going to be some disadvantage. But if you go outside, maybe Bangalore or maybe somewhere where the wicket is good to bat on, or maybe a Mumbai, he's going to score runs. But I believe Rishabh Pant, I mean, you saw he's been more successful in conditions. I mean, where the ball comes onto the bat, he enjoys toying around with the fast bowlers more than the spinners. I mean, the spinners, are most of the Indian batters struggle against the spinners, as we saw in the last Test series. But overall, Rishabh Pant is the person who enjoys. But then it's also an advantage that he's a wicket keeper, right? So an all-rounder, I mean, that aspect, definitely Lucknow needed a wicket-keeper-batter, somebody. I mean, he's a good replacement for KL Rahul, somebody who's been in form, Rishabh Pant. So it's a good buy, I believe. Again, he's a brand, a big brand, a superstar. And minus 27, minus 69 crores. How much they have now? 42 crores in their purse.
43, yeah, 42.
It's a big buy,
bad.
but then Rishabh Pant,
42 crores, yeah. 42
Not too
crores.
bad. So clearly, here's what we know here's what we at least feel. Rishabh Pant is going to captain Lucknow.
Most likely, yes. He is going to be a captain, not Nicholas Pooran. Interestingly, Nicholas Pooran was one of the highest, players who was on the retained list. He was the one who got the most after entry class in at 21, and now LSG is spending another record
Have they announced
number
something
on
yet, Lucknow? Have they announced
Rishabh Pant. I don't think they would have announced
Anything yet, right?
far, as of yet, no. But yeah, quite interesting in terms of LSG going for Pant, Nicholas Pooran. They'll have to look for two batters up there. But one team that I feel, Rupa, have probably missed out on this first lot is RCB. They went hard for couple of players, but they are still without a bye with a purse of 83. Punjab at least had some, with Arshdeep and one more bye. RCB, do you think they lost out on this first lot?
No, I don't think so, Vineet. I mean, interesting point there, a valid point, but I don't think so. I have a feeling clearly that they're waiting for someone like a Chahal or someone like KL
Rahul, of course. The next lot, if it's still there's a small break, the next lot, the M2 would be Yuzvendra Chahal, Liam Livingstone, David Miller, KL Rahul, Mohammed Shami, Mohammad Siraj, and out of those, I am looking at 4 names: Chahal, Livingstone, Miller, Siraj. Of course, that speaks of RCB there and there itself.
Yeah,
so maybe.
I think they were just waiting it out, seeing who they could get. I think they really wanted to get someone like a Kagiso. They went in for Kagiso, and so I guess they were just sort of hoping to see if they could get someone in that particular bracket. They would have set aside a certain amount for that marquee one list.
Absolutely.
Maybe 10 crores was what their budget was, because they knew that Chahal would again open up a frenzy. So would KL Rahul. He would probably open up a frenzy.
I don't know. KL Rahul, do
Maybe
you really think it would open up a frenzy, or it will be just one or two teams that are going for KL Rahul?
Again...
For me, you know what? KL Rahul could probably be the bargain buy of the auction. That's what my prediction is.
No, to think that we wanted... Look, the logic of a lot of these teams or these franchises who come to an auction is, yes, of course, in the mega auction, you're looking at, for many teams who've not had a captain, few who've let go of their captain.
5 teams have let go of their captains, half of them.
Who want to sort of rebuild their core.
Yeah.
But you're also looking at KL maybe not as a captain, a second a batter in that middle
Virat
order.
Kohli as a captain. Virat Kohli as a captain again for RCB.
Why not? I mean, it looks like it is, right? It looks like Virat Kohli is going to lead the side again. Let's do it for a East Sala Cup Navde. Maybe this time we'll rewrite the history. Why not? Let's go.
Don't burden him with more of this. Why do you want to burden Virat Kohli with more of these things? Just hit a beautiful century at BGT. Let him come back. Let him enjoy his batting. Why do you want to put the captaincy burden on him again? He's been captain for a long time.
Look, speaking about emotional buys and emotional redressals, there's also word of R. Ashwin making it back to CSK, possibly this time, making it back to Chennai. Home ground, another few seasons, the last phase. Why not? I mean, it could happen.
Why not?
There are a lot of emotional buys. We've seen that happen in the past. They did that with Cheteshwar Pujara also. They did that with... So you never know that... we might have something like this in
You could see, a lot of those things. Ashwin, you know, you do see a lot of value in what Ashwin brings in, and for somebody like for somebody like MS Dhoni to have that kind of experience there would be quite interesting.
Yes. And also, go on, Vineet.
No, I think the second bit. I think the second bit has still not started there.
I think the marquee list too is going to be very exciting. We've planned. Everyone watching us, we've really done our homework, Vineet and I. We've gone through a lot of sheets and sheets of amazing stats, numbers, and
A lot of sheets.
and we're really excited to take you through the day. Marquee one has lived up to a few surprises and a few.
Not surprises. Look, if you look at that marquee one, everyone, the least expensive has been Kagiso Rabada, 10.75.
Which
at
is
one point
we
in time,
sort of said that. We sort of called that.
We called that, but then again, 15 crores, 26, 27, 18, 11, insane amount of money just for 5 players, and you have 5 more coming in. But tell me one thing, do you think this 27 and 26.75 is going to get breached among the players that you'd see? KL Rahul maybe?
No, but who's going to contest? Maybe Punjab will contest. The only team that can franchise that can contest to breach a 20 crore now can contest Bengaluru. Because Bengaluru is the only team that can actually pull off a 20 plus right now. But who will contest them? Someone has to contest them for that, and that's only Punjab. So it has to be a player that both of them really desperately want. Maybe Mohammed Shami. I don't know.
Kishan. Ishan Kishan. Could be 25 plus.
Oh yeah, why not? Why not? Why not a wicketkeeper bat, right? And an Indian wicketkeeper bat at that.
Opening bat.
But we called a few things here. Those of you watching us, we did call a few things here. If you're not, we called Joss Buttler, we called Arshdeep. We did call a few of them.
Few of them as well.
So yeah,
let's bring in Taz here for this Ishan Kishan bit. Taz, there's a lot of news, lot of things about Ishan Kishan there.
And Mumbai not going
for him, whatever things that we have read about and reported about. Ishan Kishan definitely not going the Mumbai way, but where do you think he'll land up, and what's the price that you're looking at for somebody like an Ishan Kishan?
Ishan is a dynamic player, and I don't know why. They don't want wicketkeeper batsmen. They haven't gone for Rishabh Pant. Obviously, he's going to be expensive, and we know exactly how he went. 27 crores. Again, Ishan, Joss Buttler, we saw. People were expecting, fans were expecting, they would go for Joss Buttler. Again, if we are missing out on Ishan Kishan, then who's going to keep the wickets? KL Rahul? Is that the target? But then that's going to be fun, right? But not going for Ishan Kishan. A lot of youngsters, Mumbai youngsters connect with Ishan Kishan. Again, you saw a youngster who was here talking to me where he said, यार उसको माफ कर दो ईशान किशन है यार, don't give hate and all. वाला hate की बात नहीं है. Just asking you. So Ishan Kishan, if Mumbai is not going for Ishan Kishan, but definitely he's worth 20 crores. I believe completely the kind of wicketkeeper he is. He's a youngster. Great batter, somebody who swings the bat well, very well at a good speed, a good exciting T20 player. Apart from that, a pocket dynamite. We would call him. The way the Ishan Kishan and Rishabh Pant, you can compare them. These two guys are exciting players right now. One is coming from Roorkee, Delhi. The other from Ranchi, Jharkhand. He has his roots in Bihar. I don't know why, what's exciting, but a lot of people, a lot of Mumbai fans would be disappointed that if Mumbai isn't going for Ishan Kishan right now, because they were expecting Ishan Kishan is going to be the player, he's going to open with Rohit Sharma, and the lefty-righty combination is going to rock again. But then we saw he was off color. Maybe that could be one of the reasons that Mumbai isn't going for Ishan Kishan. That is something we might have to think about. That could be one of the reasons, but right now, it's a bit surprising for me as well. I'm also a Ishan Kishan fan, along with Rishabh Pant. But Ishan Kishan has, I have a soft corner for him. So I would have loved him, but Mumbai isn't going. So they might use RTM. You never know. They might use RTM. He's been a Mumbai player, right?
It absolutely, Toss. I have to agree with you on one thing. Ishan, no matter what year he can possibly have, or whatever the chaos that's been going, that we're all aware of over the last 1 year, him in full flow. How can you even not enjoy, seeing an Ishan Kishan in full flow? But yes, right now the player who's come out is Mohammed Shami. Marquee 2 has started, and with the change in set, we have a change in person as well. Right here next to me, Vineet has skipped to grab a bit of lunch and sort of calm his nerves because he was a little shocked with the kind of money that was getting spent in that first set. Kanav, go for it.
Hello everybody, my name is Kanav. I'm the sub-editor with CNN News 18, and what an auction. I mean, I'm not shocked that Vineet was shocked, because these are some big amount of money we have seen so far. We were expecting, it's a mega auction, so we were expecting there will be some big bucks, being paid to some big players. But Shreyas Iyer, I mean, I was shocked with Shreyas Iyer going for 26 because I know he's a skilled player, he's a great captain, you have a great batter in Shreyas Iyer, someone who plays spin really well, a great skill to have. But then again, 26 crore, and then Rishabh Pant was sort of expected that he will go for big money. I was shocked when Delhi used RTM for him, because I was shocked, why would you want to have a player you let go of?
No, it's also about the player. When it comes to all of these the mega auction particularly, from what because I've been with the IPL teams, I know how they think. A lot of it is also about what the player wants. If the player wants a little more from what they will get when they are retained, and they feel that they will get that amount outside when they're being bid for, I think that's another agreement that sort of, it's a mutual agreement that players and teams come to. It's also about, in some cases it is, change of platforms, like what happened with Shreyas, and we knew that he was not going to go to Kolkata. From what we heard, none of that we can possibly mention here, but he was not going to go back to Kolkata. But right now, not surprising, Mohammed Shami going for big bucks. Injury, no injury. We saw how he made a comeback there in the domestic circuit, on fire. Kolkata is definitely interested in that and so is Chennai. I saw Chennai coming in also.
That's interesting.
In between for Shami. Not surprising, because Shami has got a very close bond with MS. They both really, absolutely. I mean, he looks up to MS. He adores MS, but come on, Gujarat is waiting for that right to match card, and they have right to matches available. Not yet, but they're looking for that right to match card for sure. The bidding is still on.
And Shami playing for KKR, I mean, he plays for Bengal in the domestic cricket and domestic season. So him playing for KKR won't be a shocker for me personally. But then again, the man in demand. I mean, people want him to see in Australia right now, and these teams want him to play for their team. So the man in demand, focusing on domestic cricket as of now, but the bid here is already 10 crore for Mohammed Shami, and he deserves way more. Honestly, he deserves way more. He's a great bowler to have. I was shocked GT didn't retain him.
No, I mean that you feel like, okay, you want to RTM a few players and you let go of a few because you feel that might have a bigger sort of an essence. A Rashid Khan, you wouldn't want a Rashid Khan going back into the pool, and he's also a part of your leadership think tank. So the sort of I'm not surprised with him not being retained, because you have a right to match card. But I will not be surprised if Gujarat right to matches him, because Shami in Ahmedabad is a marriage made in heaven. I don't think those two, you take them apart and you put them together and you have just magic over there.
Absolutely. And I mean, as I said, that he is the man in demand, and it's also quite risky at times, putting a player into the auction and expecting that we'll use RTM. Delhi did that, but they failed because LSG came up with the 27 crore bid, and he sold. He's sold to Hyderabad.
Wait, we'll see if there's so there's no right to match? Did Gujarat refuse to right to match Shami? I'm just trying to understand what.
I don't think Gujarat used RTM on Shami.
No, because the bid happens and then they check with the other team if
they want to use.
If they want to. They haven't. So Shami is gone to Hyderabad
with that batting lineup, and then Mohammed Shami in the bowling lineup.
That's amazing.
I mean, they fell short in the last IPL. I believe that they are eyeing the trophy now. They want the trophy now. They are building a good bowling lineup because they already have a gun batting lineup. I don't believe they even need to look for more than 2 batters now. That too also a backup.
But I'm a little surprised that he hasn't been retained by Gujarat, because I thought he was gold for them in their venue.
I mean, either they have some other plans or something, because they must have thought of something. If you when you let go of someone like Mohammed Shami, it means you have a backup plan. You are thinking something. I hope whatever GT was planning, it comes off.
They've gone for David Miller, but again, they're bidding for him. They might not necessarily use the RTM. They might just bid for someone like a Miller. I think that's definitely what they are thinking of. So they've not used their RTM yet.
Yeah.
They've not used their RTM yet, and they didn't use it on Shami. I'm still sort of I'm a little in shock over that. I haven't been able to move past
But you're
that.
not the only one. You're not the only one. I'm equally shocked. I was shocked when they didn't retain him, and now them not using an RTM for Shami. Well, I think hopefully there will be an explanation after the auction. They will come out with a statement. But I'm also shocked with RCB. I mean, I thought they'll go all out for Rishabh Pant. Now that Punjab didn't. Punjab didn't go for Rishabh Pant. I thought RCB with the second biggest purse in the auction, I thought they'll go for him, but I'm shocked that they backed out very early.
Which is what I think Vinit and I kind of touched upon. We obviously felt that they were saving up for a KL Rahul or a Yuzvendra Chahal, players whom we think they would mostly target.
Yeah.
But yes, a lot of interest for David Miller. Again, unsurprisingly so. He's at 6.25 crores currently, and Delhi and Bengaluru sort of going at it with David Miller. Gujarat has that RTM card still. They can use that if they really have to, considering they did show some interest initially. But a player like David Miller, kind of quite an asset to any.
Absolutely. He's a gun player. He's what we call in today's generation a clutch player who can take the game away from you single-handedly, and he has that
And
skill.
he did that against Chennai. I won't forget that.
And he has done that a lot with Punjab also. When he used to play for Punjab, I still remember that innings of David Miller along with I think Mandeep Singh at the Mohali Stadium. I was there in the stands and I saw him doing what he did in that match, hitting long sixes and winning the game for Punjab. He's a great artist, but sometimes I just imagine what the players is going through while his auction is going on. He's sitting at his home, David Miller in South Africa, relaxing, and then also nervous,
Some players obviously watching it. Some prefer not to, and especially those who know a team is going to bid for them, because a lot of the franchises contact the players and let them know that they're going to be bidding for them. So when that happens, I think you probably don't really you don't want to sort of switch on the TVs or the digital screens in this case to see what's happening. But even as we speak, David Miller 7.5 crores. Gujarat in conversation there. Ashish Nehra, Vikram Solanki. Of course, I was there at that match. I was part of the Gujarat Titans team when David Miller played that unbelievable knock against Chennai, sealing that game when when it was stacked against them high and dry. Rashid Khan coming in towards the end and also knocking off a few big hits to get them over the line. So he's quite
sold.
the player, and he is sold to
LSG.
Is it Lucknow?
Is it Lucknow? I
need
saw.
to see who has come in there for David Miller.
I think
Things are going really fast.
I mean, there are too many teams. LSG. If I'm not wrong, it's LSG.
Lucknow seems to have
Super Giants. David Miller playing in the middle order of
Wow.
LSG. Yuzvendra Chahal is there, and we were discussing retentions when the retention list was announced, and this was the most shocking release for me. I still believe till date Royal Challengers Bangalore regret letting go of Yuzvendra Chahal. I never imagined Rajasthan to make the same mistake again.
Well, again, I do understand where this comes from, and it gets a little difficult when you're talking about a particular player like
Leading
Yuzvendra
wicket
Chahal.
taker in the history of Indian Premier League.
A player like Yuzvendra Chahal, again, there are a lot of factors why teams don't end up retaining a particular player. It's not just about not wanting to. I think that's a very small percentage when it comes to a quality player. I think a lot of things is about getting them back eventually. Then there's also the notion of what the player wants and whether the player wants more. So there are a lot of factors why a franchise doesn't end up retaining a player. But yes, Yuzvendra Chahal, we are seeing. So I'm a little surprised about quite a few things that's happened in this Marquee 2 set. But but things are moving pretty fast. So we're down to Yuzvendra, and we know that toss is with us in Bombay, but Mumbai has been extremely quiet so far. Yes, they don't have the money to spend as well, but they've been very, very quiet. Very unlike a Mumbai franchise when it comes to bidding and sparking bidding wars. They're known for that. But Yuzvendra Chahal, we see Chennai and Gujarat vying for him. I'm just waiting for when Bengaluru will step in.
I hope that they go on to rectify their mistake. I was wondering the same thing if RCB will. Yeah, I was wondering if RCB will rectify their mistake and get him back, but I don't see that happening. Gujarat Titans and Chennai Super Kings, fighting amongst themselves for Yuzvendra, Chahal, and Chahal going back to MS Dhoni. I mean, that's again a match made in heaven.
And as we see, Punjab is stepping in now as well to get into the mix. But I have to quickly, as we continue this bidding contest, let's go over to Purnima, who's in Chennai, because again Chennai has been quiet. They've shown some interest in a few players, including here Yuzvendra. We don't know how far they would go, but Purnima, how is it going there? Our fans sort of waiting to see when that first big buy is going to come up.
Fans are quite disappointed because every player who's up for grabs, CSK not going beyond 8 crores, and the budget so far that the CSK team has is 55 crores. So, every player up for grabs, CSK initially starts the bidding process, but beyond 8 crores, there's complete silence. Are you quite disappointed? What are your expectations now?
Actually, they started off with Arshdeep Singh. That was the first player, and I thought they would go further for that. But they're not bit further than that. They're capping it around 8 crores or something like that. I hope they're holding the purse for players like Sundar, Natarajan, Ashwin, probably even James Anderson, all those players coming up. And we have Rachin Ravindra and others also coming up. We have old CSK players that we let go of. I hope they're all back. Probably we're just waiting to see. Even for Shami, Chennai started the bidding and then we let go of Shami as well. So we are waiting for the auction to open up and then see what ends at who ends up at CSK. We are excited for that. Yes.
You're watching it live. Are you quite disappointed that we didn't buy any of the top players so far, CSK?
I think we are good. CSK has never been a team which splurges on players, goes for 15 crore, 20 crore bids. CSK has never been that. So I'm okay with current standings as of now because there are a lot of players to come. There are a lot of Chennai specific players who have been in CSK historically, Conway, Ravindra, all that. So we'll wait and see what happens. Probably another 3-4 hours and then we can take a look at that. But as of now, I'm okay with what CSK is doing. CSK is doing what CSK usually does. It starts off and then waits. Yeah.
So CSK fans waiting patiently to see how it progresses through the day.
One thing I love about Chennai Purnima are the fans. I think they're just so clued in and they're so in tune with cricket, with sport over there. I love it each time. And yes, Chennai is doing Chennai sort of things. They know they're conservative in their bidding. We've seen them up close and we've seen them from far. That's how they roll. They only will open the lockers and open the safety deposit boxes for one player. That's about it. At the most, it was Deepak Chahar for the last time. I think 15 crores and also for I think Daryl Mitchell. I think they went for 13. I think if I'm not mistaken. But Chennai doing Chennai things. But if we speak about Yuzvendra quickly right now, again Lucknow getting into this, and I'm wondering where they're heading with the rest of their purse. But Lucknow and Punjab getting into that battle with Yuzvendra.
Absolutely, I believe that he's a great asset to have in your team, and I'll be happy if someone like Punjab, because Punjab needs a good team. They have only retained 2 players and they need to build. They already have a captain now. They need to build a good bowling lineup as well. And Yuzvendra Chahal as your lead spinner, I don't think it gets better than this. And there's obviously LSG also, fighting for Yuzvendra Chahal. 14 crore. I believe he deserves way more than this. Because, as I said, leading wicket taker in the history of IPL. So we'll have to wait and see. But I love Punjab Kings and their social game as well. We jump in the Uzi rays, as they say. And this gif of Yuzvendra Chahal is viral. I mean, for years we have been watching this particular gif going around on social media. And I think we are close to having a winner here between Punjab and LSG. We'll have to wait and see. 14 crore Yuzvendra Chahal as of now. There's a fight going on between quite a few teams. They want to have a lead spinner. They want to have the most leading wicket taker in the history of IPL in their team. So we'll have to wait and see where does Chahal go. And as we said, Shashank Singh, Simran Singh, 2 retentions for Punjab. I mean, they were smart with it. And I think it is the Ricky Ponting effect because Punjab was, I believe, in the past few years, they were all over the place. Now Ricky Ponting bringing that stability to that camp, to that management.
And as we speak, Bengaluru, after a very, very long discussion, very long, serious discussion between Mobabat and a lot of the others at the table, have gone in to bid, and Punjab's not given up. It's Punjab. Bengaluru has called it off. That's it. I think 14.25 is all they could go for, and the bid is with Punjab. The bid is with Punjab for 4. Wait, who's jumped in now? I think
it's
someone
Punjab.
else has jumped in, but it was 4.5. It's Hyderabad.
It's Hyderabad.
Again, Hyderabad coming in.
Hyderabad jumps out of nowhere. They just jump in out
I'm
of
just
nowhere.
wondering, with that purse, I'm guessing that purse is around a 40 at this point, or maybe a little less than 40.
I think way below. They had 45 crores at the start.
Oh, and they spent around 10 on Shami, so 30 or
35.
30 is what their purse is at this point. I think
And
I
then
think
they
Vineet
have
made a
fif-
lot of notes over here.
Yeah.
Okay, gave up the notes midway. But if I could ask our team to sort of
Yeah,
bring up,
they had 45 crore.
they had 45, and if I could ask my producer to just bring up what Shami was sold for, I'm just sort of wondering.
Shami
or
was
sort of
sold for 10 crores.
10 crores.
10 crores.
So they have 35 at this point.
And they are bidding
Thank you,
60.
producer. Yeah. And director. Equal gratitude to both. But so Hyderabad with that 35 is still going in after Yuzi. So I'm guessing they have to. I think this is the only thing that they would sort of fight for if they really intend to pocket him, because then with that remaining purse, you only can hope for smart buys, which will come much later on in the auction.
towards the
You
end.
can't think of really going in for any big buys, but they do have a major part of their 11 intact.
They already have the playing 11 that they have, along with Mohammed Shami now, and if they get Yuzvendra Chahal,
Who's gone up to 17 crores. Go on.
Absolutely. I'm feeling bad for the other teams. Because if they get Chahal, this is going to be a very, very, very strong
This
team.
will be huge. This
Yes.
will be a huge buy for Hyderabad if they hold on.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering where their planning and their portioning of their money is going really. But and I'll get in toss in just a bit. But 17.5 is what's it gone up to.
There was a time when this was the highest amount. This was a big amount, but now players going for 17, 17.5. Every second player is going for around 17, 18, 20, 26 we have seen. And this is the beauty of mega auctions that we are watching here rather. And 17.75 crore for Yuzvendra Chahal. We'll have to wait and see. Is it with Punjab or with SRH right now?
No, I think Bengaluru went
No,
out.
Bengaluru
I
went
think
out.
it's with Punjab.
It's with SRH. Punjab
It's
is
with Hyderabad with
they're
7.5,
discussing.
7.75 because Punjab went 7.5, 17.5.
Yeah.
Hyderabad came in there. The Hyderabad franchise jumped in with 17.75, and Punjab is heavily doing their calculations. Oh, we need this little later on. We need this play a little later on. And that tweet of Delhi Capitals is so apt. You see, chilling and watching the fun unfold. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted a bidding gone up to 18. Punjab's bid gone up to 18 with the bid now on Hyderabad's table to respond to.
That's exactly how I imagine players, watching the IPL auction. When their bid goes above 15 crores,
not all players, guys.
Not all players.
Not all
When their
players.
bid goes above 15, 16 crores, they just relax and see the fight. Now, where am I going to...
Okay, Hyderabad's pulled off. Hyderabad, I think, have called it off.
18 crores.
18 crores is what we are at. I think it is with Punjab. Are we seeing another big buy going with Punjab? Basically, Punjab. We said at the start, yes.
Yeah, Yuzvendra Chahal
So
too.
after
Arshdeep Singh,
after Arshdeep,
they have Yuzvendra Chahal, they have, I think, Shreyas Iyer.
Shreyas Iyer, and they have Yuzi. So we said Punjab would play party pooper and really spoil plans for all teams, and they've done exactly that. Toss, how difficult is it for Mumbai to sit and watch this even as Mohammad Siraj comes up?
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's very, very difficult. I don't know why they haven't opened the account. I mean, that's how they say when you start your innings first, right? They haven't opened the account. So interesting bit it has been so far. Rishabh Pant, then Mitchell Stark, and now Yuzvendra Chahal, Mohammed Shami. I mean, I was surprised. Mohammed Shami just 10 crores. I mean,
surprised. Yeah.
saw the Manjrekar's tweet. What happened exactly? Yeah, so this is surprising. But yeah, coming back to Yuzvendra Chahal, I would have preferred him to stay with, to go with Lucknow Super Giants, because they are, again, we'll go back to the wickets. I mean, the wickets are slower. You're going to play 7 matches at home. It's not easy for batters to bat out there. And when you have a bowler like Yuzvendra Chahal, it becomes very, very difficult. And leg spinners are not luxury anymore. They are one of the most important factors in when it comes to T20 cricket. You may not see them in Test cricket, the longer format, but you will definitely see them as an important cog in the wheel of different teams. And leg spinners have become useful ever since IPL has picked off in the mid of the IPL. I don't know, Punjab or Lucknow Super Giants. Lucknow, he will be more effective for Lucknow Super Giants because Punjab are going to have batting tracks, and it's easier to bat against leg spinners when it's a flat track or maybe a fast track. But this guy Yuzvendra Chahal is a smart bowler, right? Whether it's Lucknow, whether it's Punjab, he knows he has got variations. He's got those googlies and the flippers and the zooters that comes off from his fingers and hand. I mean, definitely, he's a great buy. I mean, and also the fact you're forgetting that he's only getting older, but he's also getting wiser with which age. And the best part is naturally he's a slim guy, somebody who doesn't put on weight easily. So all that factors comes in. So wherever he goes.
Thus, just because you have some salt and pepper right now, you would now Yuzi is also gaining wisdom and all. But no, but I get where you're coming from. But two things that's really struck me at this auction table so far. Yeah. Bengaluru has been very circumspect despite having a big purse.
Absolutely.
Despite having a purse that they can really loosen up and they can splurge on, they've been very circumspect, unlike the kind of auctions they've normally had in the past, where Bengaluru has wanted to go in for that big name, that X factor. Let's put the money behind it and let's get the Watson, let's get the Stark. Yeah. They have been very, very circumspect. So that's one takeaway from me from this auction so far. And second, Punjab is looking like a decent. They've bought some decently big players and Indian players at that.
Absolutely, it has to be the Ricky Ponting effect because, as I said, that he brings that stability to the team management. And as far as RCB is concerned, I think their fans wanted them to think more in the auctions, and I think they have taken that way too seriously. They're just thinking. They're not going for players for a long time. But yeah, Punjab, I think they are doing great. Mohammad Siraj currently 12.25 crore. Rajasthan Royals right now. And Gujarat Titans, they are still fighting for Mohammad Siraj. We'll have to wait and see. I'm shocked. RCB still no RTM for Mohammad Siraj. And I was just reading a tweet by I think Rajasthan Royals, and they said pulse aa gayi pulse, which is.
So are they going to sell it to Gujarat? I think the bid is with Gujarat. And it's almost going to, Siraj is almost going to, Bengaluru is not going in.
No. They said no.
Bengaluru is not going for Siraj. The bid is with Gujarat at this point to partner Kagiso Rabada when it comes to their matches in Ahmedabad is, of course, Mohammad Siraj pairs up with Kagiso there. What do you make of this new ball pair?
It's a great pair. I mean, Gujarat, they did a wonderful thing here because you have to have two great bowlers together, Kagiso Rabada. Mohammad Siraj is a good bowler. Obviously, he derails at times, but he's a great T20 bowler. But I'm wondering, RCB not retaining him. I'm wondering if Siraj would be knocking Virat's door in Perth right now.
No, so let's be very serious here though. But the RTM, I think if I was at the Bangalore table, I would use that RTM. I would look at using that RTM on a Glenn Maxwell or a Will Jacks. I think that's what I would probably hold back for. I wouldn't necessarily be. I would be seeing how I can figure out my bowlers on the purchase table, and I would use my RTM for a Will Jacks or a Glenn Maxwell. I'm pretty certain Glenn should go. I mean, I was thinking that there would be a fight for Chahal there, but with Bengaluru. But things can be very surprising. You never know what.
With RCB has always been the bowling lineup. They have had a gun batting lineup for years.
And it's difficult in Chennai
All the big names you have had. You have a McCallum, you have had a Watson, a Yuvraj Singh, a Chris Gayle, A.B. de Villiers, Virat Kohli, the man himself. But the issue was always the bowling lineup. As of now, you only have a Yash Dayal in your lineup. You only retained one bowler. People were, or rather fans were wondering that you will retain Mohammad Siraj. There's no way that you won't retain a Mohammad Siraj because he the camaraderie he has with the team management, with Virat Kohli, who could be the captain, we don't know, because it looks like he would be the captain. They are not aiming for any captain as of now, RCB. But Siraj, sharing that bond with the team, with Virat Kohli, and him going into the auction, the fans were wondering, they were praying. As someone who follows RCB, I saw fans also, saying that please retain Siraj. They understand that he derails at times, form at times is an issue, but he's a great T20 bowler to have. But okay, if you don't want a Siraj in your team, you must be eyeing some player. No, Mohammed Shami you should have gone for some other player bowlers as well. So I wonder if that will still be an issue for RCB, the bowling lineup.
Even as we speak now, Liam Livingstone has come up in that M2 list. He's part of that M2 list, which means that we're going to have possibly KL Rahul up next as the last in that lot. Am I right? That is correct. Yep. So KL Rahul after this, but Liam Livingstone, you have Bengaluru coming in for them. Delhi has jumped in for Liam. But Bengaluru going strong, and it's at 5 crores. Again, they do need obviously that firepower. Liam Livingstone, really a good solve there, an all-rounder, must have for any setup. He proved a bit of his price tag when he was playing for Punjab. Quite a few crucial innings that he played for them when he was with that franchise. But how do you see this one playing out?
I mean, Livingstone, the batter, I am a fan of, but him, the bowler at Chinnaswamy, I don't think that's a good idea, because he's a sort of a part-time bowler. He's not an out-and-out all-rounder. Yeah. He bowls a bit, but in Chinnaswamy, you need specialist bowlers, because he can go for 25-30 runs easily, because the boundaries are very short, and you won't back on him. You won't back him to do well with the ball in every match. You need someone. If you are going for an all-rounder, you go for an out-and-out all-rounder.
There's a bit of silence, and Chennai has come in there. Now, we did sort of kind of predict this, that Chennai would go after, and I'm sure Purnima and all her very, very intelligent fans in Chennai are very happy because they were keen on Chennai going in for Liam Livingstone. But again, we don't know how far they'd be willing to go for someone like him, and who else would persist at the heels. But yeah, that's the purse right now, 55 and 83.
Still 83 crores.
Bengaluru still have a lot, but Bengaluru will probably be waiting for that next person coming up on the list, which is KL Rahul. So really waiting for how to see how this plays out and how much they can actually push for this. But they've been pretty frugal so far in this mega auction, which has already seen 2 players go beyond 25 crores each. So kudos to a franchise like Bengaluru to hold on to their purse strings and be careful about what they were spending on. But Liam sitting with in a battle between the 2 southern states, Chennai and Bengaluru.
8.25 crore as of now.
Someone else has come in.
But Chennai, I think they have backed out.
No, Chennai is still there.
They're still there.
They're still there, but I guess someone else is coming in on that bid for, or they've gone off. Chennai's dropped out. It's still with Bengaluru, and I think the other team to come in there because they're still in conversation. But I'm wondering which is the other team that went in for the bid.
I believe English players are very risky to have because they often back out midway through the tournament because of their international commitments. We have seen
Punjab is not right to matching. So is it with Bengaluru? Has Bengaluru
think, more or less I think they have
bid? I think they have won the first big buy for Bengaluru people. Is it going
first
to be
the
first buy for
Bengaluru,
and quite the price that you wouldn't expect a Bengaluru franchise to spend on a big marquee player? 8.75. That's a good buy for Bengaluru.
A smart buy.
Have to say that, yes.
Absolutely, a smart buy for Bengaluru. A great batter, but there is still a question mark for me personally. The bowler in him at Chinnaswamy is something that they'll have to look towards, they'll have to tackle, they'll have to work on it. But as a batter, and considering the opposite of what I just said, as a batter with those short boundaries, I think he will do wonderful in that stadium. But KL Rahul.
And that leads us to KL Rahul, the person who we were all waiting for. And I think will this be the second buy for Bengaluru, or will they surprise us? I don't know. We were sort of, the conversations that we were having regarding KL Rahul was that he would go back to his home ground. I'll be curious to see if Lucknow puts in a bid. Just curious.
No, they already have Rishabh
Just curious to see.
They have a wicketkeeper, they have a captain.
No, it's I just want to know if they'd say, hey, just a token,
Mr. Goenka.
just to start things off, just like a peace offering or an olive branch.
I
One
don't see
bid from
that
Lucknow.
happening.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if that happens. But Kolkata going in.
KKR and RCB all in for KL. KL Rahul in KKR. That's an interesting take. Just to see him played at the Eden
Who
Gardens.
who has Kolkata got so far? They haven't.
Kolkata.
They haven't
I don't
purchased
think
anybody.
They have.
They went in hard, of course,
Yeah.
for Pant. Is it? They went in hard for Pant. But yeah, Kolkata
No one.
hasn't really purchased, which means
no,
they
so
need
they-
a captain.
They need a captain.
Which means they're looking at possibly KL Rahul to captain their side, depending on how much.
But I don't think RCB will let him go. I don't think this will happen.
No,
really.
so my thought is if RCB is really investing this particular mega auction on their bowlers, if they really, because they know that with that small ground, they've really hit a very rough patch with their bowling squad in the past. If they're really kind of saving up to spend on a good bowling attack, then they would have a cap for how much they would want to go for KL Rahul.
But then they would have gone for Chahal or a Shami for.
But there are many other bowlers who are yet to come. There are many other good buys who are yet to come. They're good, proper spinners as well as pace bowlers who are yet to come in there in that list.
Yeah.
But yes, that's what I'm wondering. How far would
RCB go.
would Kolkata and Bengaluru go?
It's what 8.75 crore as of now. The fight is still on between KKR and RCB. KL Rahul used to play for LSG. Now he's back in the auctions. A big match player, played brilliantly recently in Perth. We all saw what he did. A different format altogether. But then again, KL Rahul, the batter, is. You can see the tweets. RCB has put out a tweet when the next name is KLR and there is a Jimmy Fallon standing up in the GIF. And I think they are interested. RCB, as we discussed, it could be sort of a homecoming for KL Rahul, and I often wonder. I get a hint that he also wants to come back to his home ground. He plays for Karnataka in domestic cricket. RCB, he has played for RCB. He started, I think, if I'm not wrong, he started his IPL journey with RCB.
As he touches 10 crores, just quickly going across to Thors, who's still there. In a city that that hasn't really Mumbai, that hasn't really done much on the bidding front, but KL Rahul 10.75 with Kolkata and Bengaluru still interested. This is going to go up to 20 for sure. Thos, how do you see this playing out?
Very, very interesting that Mumbai hasn't opened their account. Again, I'm going back to that statement. I'm surprised. What's happening? What's happening with Mumbai? But then, I mean, if I think again, see, Mumbai has all the cream players, all the marquee players are there in Mumbai. They have an opener in Rohit Sharma. They have an all-rounder in Hardik Pandya. They have a Jasprit Bumrah. They have Surya Kumar Yadav. So everything is sorted out. They just need to fill in those puzzles, So that is one thing. So where I'm sure you won't get from the, with 45 crores in that account, you won't get from the marquee players because you'll have to spend a lot of money from your pockets. So what will happen if you spend a lot of 10, 15, 20 crore on big players? What will happen? I mean, nothing. I mean, you won't be able to fill the slot as well because you need a partner for Bumrah, you need a partner for Rohit Sharma, you need somebody to bat at along with Surya Kumar Yadav or maybe spinners, right?
This is a clear sign.
Spinners. So yeah, so these factors might maybe you will see Mumbai coming in the second round. But yeah, KL Rahul definitely. KL Rahul, it's more of an emotional factor for Bengaluru, right? For Bengaluru, and I feel they will go all out for him. And KL Rahul in Test cricket right now, the way he's bounced back, it's been superb. It will give immense confidence to him, and I hope it continues. Bangalore would be desperately seeking that form of KL Rahul because we all know he's a batter, he's a classy batter, and everybody loves him. The only problem is his inconsistency off late. Off late, you won't find him in great rhythm, but then the way he started in Australia. Also, the factor here is Bangalore is going to be batting tracks, right? Batters enjoy playing on those wickets. 7 matches in Bangalore. If KL Rahul performance, all those 7 matches, or maybe outside Bangalore, a couple of games, all sorted for Bangalore. So I think it's going to be a good move if Bangalore goes for him, and also the emotional factor counts in. So yeah, KL Rahul again, he's going to go big, I guess.
Yes, Thos, but you know what the surprising part now is? I think Bengaluru has pulled out of the race and Chennai is coming in hot for KL Rahul. Chennai is coming in for KL. There's a bid that they've put in there. Delhi seemed interested as well.
Well, I'm shocked.
As
RCB backing
Kolkata.
out for
Chennai.
KL
The
Rahul.
bid is
It's
between
shocking.
Chennai and is it Delhi or is it Kolkata? Is it Chennai and Kolkata?
It's Delhi and Chennai, if I'm not wrong. I think
13 crores is what we have right now. Bengaluru seems to have dropped out.
what are they planning? What is the plan? Is there any plan behind all this? I'm wondering, because KL Rahul is something about, rather was someone that fans were hoping that it's a no-brainer. They will
Yeah.
go all out for KL Rahul homecoming, and I believe Rahul also wanted to sort of make a comeback to his home team.
Yeah,
but
it's still with Delhi. With Delhi and Chennai going in. Remember, Chennai needs a nice, solid, they love a nice, solid middle order bat. They had that with Ajinkya Rahane for a while. Ambati Raidu playing that role as well for a few seasons. Though he moved up to open as well and then came down the order too. Interesting.
yeah,
Delhi has got KL Rahul.
This
Sold to Delhi for
is-
14 crores. They've got their captain, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Quite a good buy that for them. They'll be extremely happy with that. They really wanted to get a few players back in the first marquee list. They went in for quite a few of the players there.
I think this is going to be
Particularly
interesting.
Shreyas as well as Pant.
Yeah.
They tried to right to match Pant as well, but 27 was a bit too much for Delhi. So KL Rahul finding a new home, yes. Not his original home though. He is going
to Delhi Capital, and I think this is interesting because I'm now thinking about the IPL Delhi pitches. Batters prefer batting on that surface, and KL Rahul, with all the noise that we have had around his strike rate, I think he's going to prove something, and I believe this is going to be his season. He's a great batter, we all know. It's just that he has not come out of his shell in the T20I format, I believe, and I think that this IPL on that surface of the Delhi stadium, I believe that that Arun Jaitley stadium, he will come good and he will score a lot of runs. But the shocker for me is still RCB. I mean, yes, they have got Livingstone, but no KL Rahul. I expected them to go hard for a Chahal or a Shami, but still, I think I hope they have a plan. But this is actually very interesting. Rishabh Pant going to LSG for 27 crore, the highest bid, the most expensive player in the history of Indian Premier League, Rishabh Pant. And what a journey this guy has had in the last 2 years. Starting from that unfortunate accident to coming back to international cricket, winning a T20 World Cup, playing a Border Gavaskar trophy, now being sold and being the most expensive player in the history of IPL. It's quite an interesting journey, and he deserves all